Okay, visible na ba yung screen ko sa inyo? So this is actually DevC. Okay na? So I need your feedback. Baka hindi pa nakikita. Nakikita na ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's try to create a program that will be using both arrays and pointers. So I'm going to create a new project. So file and then new project. So file new project. And then I'm going to choose console application, C project. So tawagin natin siyang array and pointers demo. So yan yung pangalan ng ating project. So I'm going to create a folder for this, array and pointer demo. So I have for now our program. So ilalagay ko lang dito yung gagawin natin program. The following A, okay, so kunwari, yan yung mga options natin sa ating program, okay? So program to do the following, it will allow us to enter 10 numbers of array A, then 10 numbers of array B, and then display elements of array A. Siguro isama natin yan ng sum and average, pero baka kayong gagawa nun. Display elements of array B, and comparison of array A and B. Yung comparison na yan, actually, kunwari, hindi ko alam kung anong tamang term. In option E, sabi dito, display sum and difference of each element. So, yun ang gagawin natin doon. Siguro, para lang, just to demonstrate yung paggamit ng array and pointers. So let's say for option E, we display the sum of each element and the difference of each element. So now, what are pointers? So pointers are what? Variables that contains the address of maybe another variable. So ang laman niya address. Okay? That's why they are called pointers. So usually, yung pointer, pag sinabi mo integer asterisk P, P contains the address. Diba? Asterisk P contains the value. Tandaan nyo yan. If you declare a pointer, let's say P, your asterisk P, so P here is a pointer. So pag pointer yung P, pag nalagay mo P, ganun lang, yan yung address, yan yung naman ng pointer, as an address. Pero pag nilagay mo asterisk P, then that means that is the value na nandoon sa address. So that's the value inside the address. Pero, however, pag ganito ang ginawa natin, ano yung laman ng P? Yan yung value na naka-store doon sa variable na P. And then, ampersand P is the address. Okay? So, pag ang ginamit mo ay integer P, hindi sa pointer variable, yung P mismo, ang laman niya, yung value. Yan yung ginagamit natin karamihan ng variable, di ba? However, if you use ampersand P, then that is now the address of the variable P. That's why, if you notice, dun sa scanf tile, halos ganito example, di ba? ampersand A. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Ang binibigay natin dyan, yung address ng A. So, yeah. Just a recap. And also, yung array, what is an array? Kuminsan, depende yun sa author ng book or depende rin sa user on how you view arrays. Pero parehas lang ang ibig sabihin nito. Kung iisipin nyo mabuti, parehas lang. Yung ibang mga author, ang tawag nila sa array is a single variable. So, isang variable, pero marami siyang elements. So, let's say, array A, kunwari, yung pangalan ng variable, pero marami siyang elements. And each element can be referenced by using an index. So, yan yung number, yung 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ano, yan yung index natin. So, yun ang tingin ng iba, isang variable na may iba't ibang element. Yung iba naman, ang pagtingin nila sa isang array ay maraming variables. Pero kung pag-iisipin yung parehas lang, maraming variable na iisa ang pangalan. Okay? Tapos, so parang, kasi yung maraming variable na iisang pangalan, parang hawig yun sa sa real life na situation ng tao. Meron yung mga ganun na kunwari sa kanilang family, or pare-parehas ng pangalan, may mga ganun. Ano yung mga times ng mga hari-hari, di ba? Yung mga, kumari, King Louis the first, King Louis the second, so pare-parehos na Louis ang kanilang pangalan, pero may the first, the second, the third, the fourth. So, ganun din yung array na sinasabi natin. Maraming variable, pero iisa ang kanilang pangalan. Kaya lang, paano mo may hiwalay yung one, or how can you reference each of these? So, ganun sa pangalan, paano mo mahiwalay si ganitong Louis, si ganyang Louis, meron tayong nilagay na number. Kaya the first, the second. So, ganun din dun sa array. They have the same name. So, yung index niya yun, may 0, may 1, may 2, may 3, ganun. So, yeah. And one thing that you should remember about array is that yung kanyang memory address is contiguous. Tama ba yung spelling ko ng contiguous? Maganda namang tingnan, kaya baka tama. Okay? So, ano yung contiguous? Ibig sabihin, sunod-sunod lang yung address nila sa memory, yung array. Hindi pwedeng hindi sunod-sunod. Bakit ko sinabi yon? If you still remember, in data structure, yun na, yung pagkasunod-sunod can be an advantage and a disadvantage sa isang array. Ang disadvantage niyan, kung meron kang isisingit o meron kang i-delete na element, kailangang i-move mo lahat yung data. Diba? I-move mo lahat. Yun ang disadvantage ng contiguous kasi kailangan sunod-sunod yung address kasi ng array. In contrast, sa linked list, kung may isisingit ka, kahit na hindi mo i-move yung mga data, ipo-point mo lang yung kung saan ka sisingit doon, parang yung pointer lang ang papalitan mo, di ba? Yung pointer lang. Yung kung saan yung next, parang gano'n. So, hindi nagagalaw yung data, yun ang advantage naman ng linked list. So, ang advantage naman ng contiguous yung memory address is mas madali siyang i-traverse kasi nga sunod-sunod lang. Kaya madaling i-pick, madaling i-reference kahit na anong element doon. Because if we specify the index, madaling i-compute ng compiler kung saang address siya nakalagay. Okay? So, kasi plus ano lang, kung ano yung size ng data type, kung nilagay mo index 4, bali 4 plus 1, ay 4 times kung ano yung initial address, base address mo, 4 times yung size ng data type, yun na yung bagong address ng nire-refer mo. So, parang internally, yun ang ginagawa ng compiler. Okay? So, let's now create this program. Kaya isipin natin ngayon yung mga functions na gagamitin natin. So, maybe first, I'm going to use a function called CLS. So, yan yung mag-clear ng screen. Void post. Yan yung magpo-post. Kasi kailangan natin ng menu. And then maybe I need a menu. Yan yung i-display niya yung menu. And then maybe enter numbers. Ang gagawin ko ngayon, instead of I'm going to have one for array A and one for array B, iisa ang gagamitin kong function sa kanila. Okay? So I need now the address of the array. Or yan, kahit na ganyan lang, pwede na yan. And then, void display numbers. I need also the address. Kaya, since I need the address, you notice, na ang aking parameter ay pointer. Diba? Kaya integer asterisk A ang nakalagay. Okay? So, actually, kahit anong lagay ko na nandiyan na parameter. So, pointer siya. Then here, void display comparison. Yung unang array, yung pangalawang array. So, more or less, siguro, these are the functions that I will be needing in my program. Do you have questions so far? May tanong? Wala? Okay, so let's proceed. So, top-down approach tayo. So, from general now to specific tayo. So, I'm going to copy this function names or declaration of functions dun sa baba ng ating main function, and then just replace semicolon with open and close curly braces. Okay, so these are now my functions. Now I can already write here our main program. I have here array A with 10 elements, array B with 10 elements, ano pa? Car CH. So, blank muna. Siguro yan lang yung kailangan natin. Array. So, kuwari, yan lang muna. Tingnan natin. So, later on, let's see what other variables we need. So, we loop until user quits program. Kaya meron tayong while CH is not equal to A, B, C, D. So Q, letter Q. Gawin natin uppercase Q. Okay, so while the user does not press the letter Q to quit the program. So dito, kukunin natin yung pinili ng user in our menu. That's why you notice character ang nire-return ng menu natin. And then we process the option. So using the switch statement, switch CH, open, close, and then the first case is when the user press A. Then the case when the user press B. Ano yung mga options natin? A, B hanggang E. Plus yung A, B, C, D, E. Tama. So A, so case C, case D, case E. And of course, the last one is yung quit. Diba? So, pag A ang ginawa, ano ang gagamitin natin? We will enter numbers. Kaya enter numbers. Ang gagamitin natin yung address ng array A. Array A. Bakit wala akong ginilagay na ampersand? Diba? Usually kapag ganito ang pag-declare ng variable, ganito may ampersand. Actually, Sa array with no index returns the address of the array. Okay, pag walang index kang nilagay, ibibigay niya yung address ng array. So this is already the address of the array sa memory, kung saan memory siya nakalagay. Siguro, if you still remember, sa inyong programming 1, baka enter name. Sabi nila, gumamit kayo ng scanf. Kunwari, ito, car name, nakalagay dyan, 20, sabi ng teacher ninyo. Tapos, paano mag-enter ng name? Scanf, ang ginamit. Person S. Dito ba nilalagay natin ang ampersand? Hindi. Ang nilalagay lang natin, name. Ganyan, wala ring index. Bakit? Kasi nga, sabi natin, kapag pangalan lang ng array, ito, walang index, katulad yan, walang index, that is already the address of the array. Okay? So, this is already the address. That's why this one is already the address of array A. And then, I'm going to place here break. Enter numbers. Array B. Kaya ko na dito break. So dito, display numbers. Array A. Break. Display numbers. Array B. Break. And then display comparison. Array A and array B. Okay. So, hindi ko na kailangan ng ganang break. Then, yun naman yung last, di ba? So, this is now our main program. So, papakita yung menu. Kung anong pinili mo, pag A, itong gagawin. Kapag B, itong gagawin. Kapag C, itong gagawin. So on and so forth. Until the time that the user press Q. Okay. So, let's try now to do the specifics. Ito na yun. So, from general to specific. Or sa approach ng programming, we usually call that the top-down approach. So, from general to specific. Yung iba rin, ang gusto nila approach, bottom-up. Inuuna nito, tapos kagagawin yung main program. So, pero yung iba, pwedeng combination. Okay, top-down and bottom-up. So, it's up to you. So, ito, clear screen. So, paano mag-clear ng screen? System CLS. So, in a way, it's shorter pag CLS lang. Kaya, ilagyan natin ng ganyan. Paano mag-post? Queen F. Yan, lalabas lang, press any key, and then get CH. Diba? So, magpo-post lang siya until the time you press a key. So, meron na tayong post na function. Then, our menu. So, sa ating menu, we first clear the screen. Then, i-print natin yung ating menu. Okay, then we have here our options. A. Yan, okay na siguro yan. Question so far. Pwede kayong tanong habang ako'y nagtatype. Kung baka may pinipinyan sa na-type ko. So, menu just display the options, di ba? So in our menu, pipili tayo yung pinili nating letter, dapat i-return ng menu natin. So return, then we convert that to uppercase. So to upper, get CH. Yeah, so that's our menu. Questions with our menu? Wala? Okay. So let's try to run the program first. Compile and run. Yan natin. Ayun, upper. Okay din. Ay, wala tayong semicolon. Compile and run ulit. So we have here our menu. So wala pang ginagawa yan. So whether we press anything, wala nangyayari. Except if we press Q, yeah, so nag-quit na yung program. Okay, so how do we enter numbers? So we're going to enter 10 numbers. So we have integer I, for example. That will be our loop control variable. Then, ano pa? Wala na. We just have our loop. Diba? So maybe first, we clear the screen. And then, we loop from I equals 0, I, or I can, pwede kong gawin 1 to 10 na rin. I equals 1, I is less or equal to 10 because I'm going to enter 10 numbers, I plus plus. Okay? So, why 10? Yun ang requirement ng ating program. It says here, enter 10 numbers of array A. So, A is the, ito na yung array A or array. Actually, that's not necessarily A. Yan yung address. Okay? So, paano tayo mag-enter ng value? We maybe prompt, enter. So, pwede natin maglagay dito na sige, 2D. Enter an integer or a number na lang lagay ko. Pero it's supposed to be an integer. And then, nalagyan natin to. How do we enter value? So, scan F. So, pag integer, we use %D. Yung address. The address is actually address A. Okay? Now, yan yung address ng unang element. Pero, pagdating sa next loop, wait, this will display, so, kailangan ko lagay dito yung I. Ano yung I? Yan yung magdi-display dito sa %2D. Yan yung from 1 to 10. Yan yung di-display lang yan, printf. Then dito, i-enter natin yung unang number. So, we're now referring to the first address. How do we go to the next address? If you watch the video carefully last time, pwede tayo mag-A++. That will place us on the next address. Hindi yan +1. Depende kasi kung ano yung size ng data type natin. Kung 8 bytes yan, so that will be +8 sa memory. Kunwari, yung unang memory ng array natin is nasa 1,000. Kung 8 bytes, susunod 1,008. Yan yung next na address pag nag++ tayo. So pag minus-minus, yan yung previous na address. So it depends on the size of the variable. But since here, we use integer, so size ng integer yan. Pare-pares ba yung size ba ng integer? Actually, depende sa, I think, the processor and the compiler. Pag gumamit ka ng Turbo Basic, baka ay Turbo C, yung lumang-lumang Turbo C, if you still remember that. Mas maliit yung array doon. Okay? So after we enter the numbers, ang gagawin natin ito, we post. So lagyan natin, post. Yeah. So that will be used to enter numbers. So mag-clear lang ng screen, and then we post. So this will be working for both array A and array B. Kasi ang ginamit natin, hindi yung physical na variable. Hindi yung mismong array A or array B ang ginamit natin. Ang ginamit natin ay yung address. So Here also, aside from this showing pointers, pointer arithmetic, we are also showing you that one of the advantages of using pointers, especially when it comes to array. So bakit natin nagagawa ito? I have told you a while ago na ang array, contiguous ang kanyang address. Yan, contiguous, sunod-sunod. So hindi mo magagawa yung ganun kung hindi sunod-sunod yung address ng array. So dahil sunod-sunod yan, basta alam mo yung address ng una, o mag-plus-plus ka lang, yan yung susunod. Yan yung address na susunod. Okay, so how do we display the numbers? Halos parehas lang dun sa taas. Integer I. So this will be our loop control variable. So we clear the screen. We loop from 1 lesser than equal to 10, I plus plus. We loop from 1 to 10. How do we display the values? Pwede natin ilagay. Printf. Sige, lagyan natin ng percent din. Sorry. Lagyan ng double quote. Ako. Tapos dito lalabas yung mismong number. Let's say percent 2D kasi 1 to 10 para mas managdan. Dito percent, sabihin na natin 6D. Okay, and then backslash N. So lalabas yung numbering natin I, and then the number itself. So ano yung number itself? Okay, tingnan natin dito, kapag pointer yung variable, pag pointer yung variable, yung P address. Kaya dito, pointer yung parameter natin, yung A is the address. Address yan. Okay? Pero kapag value, pointer asterisk P, yan yung value. So, dito ngayon, hindi sa declaration, doon sa paglalabas na ng value. So dito, pag gusto ko, ito yung I, yan yung numbering. Yung dito, yung mismong value ng array. So ang lalagay ko dito will be asterisk A. So yan yung value. How do you go to the next address? A++. Okay, hindi asterisk A++. Pag asterisk A++, dinadagdagan mo yung 1 yung value. Pero pag A++, bali, pupunta ka sa next memory address. Depending, again, on the size of the array. So, yan. Hopefully, tama yan. Then, lagyan natin ito, pause. So, we have here now yung pag-enter ng number at saka pag-display ng numbers. Do you have questions so far? Questions? Okay, so sabihin, tulog na kayo. Okay. Now, we display both integer I. Yan. We need the sum. Ano nangyari doon? We need the sum equal 0. We need the difference equal 0. Ano pa? So, we need to display the output. CLS, siguro muna. Then, we loop. With some sort of display heading. Printf. Kunwari, percent 4D. F4S. String. So, yan, right align. Okay. 1, 2, percent array ARRAY space B7. So 7S 12% 7S. Yan yung array B. Percent 7S, yung sum space percent 7S difference backslash N. And then, comma. So, yung unang i-display natin, yung sequence. Kunwari, sequence. Susunod, i-display natin or label natin array A. And then, array B. And then, sum. And then, difference. Okay? So, itong sec dito pupunta. Yung array A dito pupunta. Diba? Yan yung para magiging heading natin. Then, we have here now our loop for I. Is equal to 1. I is lesser or equal to 10. I plus plus. Okay. So, we get the sum. Sum is equal to A plus B. Pero, pointer yung A. Kaya pag A, yan yung address. Yung value is asterisk A plus asterisk B. So, nakuha natin yung sum. Difference is equal to, halos the same lang, asterisk A minus asterisk B. Okay? Kung A lang ginamit mo, yan yung address. Pag first asterisk A, yan yung value. So, we get the sum and the difference. That's it. We can now display our output, printf, para halos parehas. Percent, 4D, space, space, percent, 7D, space, space, para sigurado magkakatapat. Iparehas natin number. 7D, space, space, percent, 7D, space, space, percent, 7D, space, space, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala nang space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tama, no? So, backslash, N. So, yung una, yan yung value ng I, yan yung numbering natin, yung sequence. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Susunod, yung value ng array A. Susunod, value ng array B. Susunod, yung sum. Susunod, yung difference. Tapos, what's next? Go to the next address ng A. Go to the next address of B. Yan. Tapos, ilagay ko lang dito. Oops. Questions? So, tanongin nyo na ngayon. Or, did we miss something? Tingnan nyo nga. Wala. Let's try to run the program. Hopefully it's working. So, execute, compile, and run. Yun, may mali doon. Anong mali doon? Hindi ko makita. Ito. Instead na comma, semicolon nakalagay. So, that should be comma. Ano pa? Try to compile ulit. So, there. Maybe we don't have any more syntax errors. So I'll press A. Yeah, I'm going to enter numbers. So 100, 150, 120, 700, 55, 45, 89, 200, 170, 675. So these are the numbers I have entered. Press any key. I'm through entering the number. Press any key. If I press C, yeah, display niya yung in-enter ko kanina. Diba? So that's the C. So press any key. I now enter elements of B. So I'll press B. So let's say 20, 25, 45, 55, 75, 15, 35, 85, 12, 57, for example. So these are the numbers. So yan yung array B. So press any key. Yan. So if I display array B, so I press letter D. Yan. So yan na yung array B. I press any key. And then I'll press letter E. Yan. So that's now our output. So it shows here the contents of array A, the contents of array B. We get the sum, so 120, 150, 175, so 165, etc. And then on the last column, we get the difference. So 100 minus 20, we have 80. Okay, so we have one negative value here, etc. So that's our outputs. Press any key. Yeah. So if I press Q, that will now quit the program. Okay, so let's just have a recap. So what did we do here? We created our functions. So entering numbers and display numbers. So this one is quite, parang it's a reusable function. It can be used as long as you want to enter numbers and integer yung array, di ba? So ganun din sa display numbers. So it is not specific to the name of the array. And we display the comparison. We have two arrays here, array A and array B. So here we declared two arrays, CH, that's for our loop. And then if we press A, we call this function. What we give is the address of array A. Then sa B, we give the address of array B. Again, if we don't specify the index, then we are referring to the address of the array. So ito rin, address ng A, address ng B for displaying the numbers. And here we give the address of A and address of B. So in our specific functions now, CLS is a clear screen, so no problem. Post, we just press any key and then get CH. Menu displays all of the options and then get the user choice by using get CH. So to upper, to convert the character to uppercase. In entering the numbers, we use the address. So kaya ito, that's address A. That's the address of the first element in our first loop. And then to go to the next address, we use A++. So that will be done until the 10th member of the array. Displaying the numbers, the same. But if we want to display the value, we use asterisk A. So that is displaying the value rather than the address. Here we are using the address. Here we are using the value. To move to the next address, A++. So similarly, the same with comparison. We have the array A and B parameters or pointer parameters. So we display our headers. And then to get the sum, we should get the value. That's why asterisk A and asterisk B, not the address, because again, these are pointers. To sum and difference, then we display the output. To display the value of A, again, we use asterisk A and asterisk B. But to go to the next address, we don't use asterisk, we just use A++ and B++. Okay, so that is now our program. So do you have questions with our program?